Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I thought it would be fun to sit down and do a little get ready with me. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. Sorry if it took me a little while to get my life together enough to film this, but recently posted a big ol' haul, and so I figured it would be fun to sit down, use a lot of that new makeup that I showed off, and just have some fun with some makeup. And I'm really excited I got to use this today. Why don't we go ahead and get into it. Alright, as we get started, I meant to change my shirt into the thing I was going to wear today, but I forgot to grab it out, and it is locked in the room with a sleeping baby, so we're just going to have to go for it. I am going to use my new Gemini palette today, which I'm really excited about, or new to me, and I was going to do a green look, but I think I'm going to play it safe because I'm going to go to the aquarium and I don't know what I'm wearing yet, so I feel like I'm going to use these like mustardy, more not so vampy kind of look first. Thought about doing my base first, but I am not going to do that today. I normally do my eyeshadow first, and I think I'm going to stick with that tradition and do my eyeshadow first. So I'm not sure if I said it in the intro or not, but today we're using pretty much all new makeup to me. Not that I haven't used these items before. A lot of these I've already tested out because it's taking me forever to get my life together enough to film, but I am going to showcase some new items, and if I have some thoughts on them already, I will go ahead and share those with you as well. So this Tarte under eye corrector is something that I'm still kind of getting used to. I feel like it does color correct a little bit. It's not a miracle worker like I was hoping it would be, but at the same time, I think it can easily be overdone and then make my under eyes a little bit creasy. So I'm having to learn how to use it a little bit still. But this is my first time really ever using color corrector, especially in like that formula. I'm used to the couple color correctors that I've used before are more like stick concealer kinds, and they are a little bit drier because of that formulation, but this is a super creamy formulation. All right, I think I'm gonna keep it lighter and just kind of stick to these tones here, and just work slowly because I know that these shades are super pigmented, but I'm hoping that they blend well. And while I am doing this, I will try to give a life update as well. Also, I'll give you a little warning. If you hear things rustling around in the kitchen, Bo is trying to do his best to quietly meal prep some food for us. So apologies that you know, we might have a little background noise, but you know, when a baby is asleep, you have to get things done. It's just the way it is. Let's get into the life update. I think the last time I gave a life update was earlier in August, and we were getting ready to go home on an extended little 2-week trip to see family. My mom and dad haven't been able to see Galis since she was born, and it's just been a lot of health issues and craziness. And then also Galis hadn't met some other family members like my brothers and her cousin Johnny, and so we just kind of prepared for that trip, and it surprisingly went really well. There was a 2-hour time difference back home, and she did pretty well stick to that, which thank goodness, because I was so worried that we were just going to mess ourselves up completely with traveling. She did great on the plane. She loved everybody on the plane, which is so funny because she's right smack in the middle of the stranger danger phase, and if she's tired, she kind of doesn't like strangers, but for the most part she was on the plane why aren't people talking to me, what's going on? But she got to meet a bunch of dogs. My parents have 2 dogs, and she loved the dogs. It was just fun. It was nice to go home and be home for our birthdays and make memories with her, with our family members. So all in all, that trip went really well. And then when I stopped to think about what's happened since then, it's just kind of more of the same. It's more working on the house, more just day-to-day kind of surviving and figuring out how to take care of an ever-changing little girl. And at the same time, it's one of those things where it's how I feel even though my routine really hasn't changed much, it feels like things have been so busy, which is kind of an odd experience. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, where it's if I tried to explain what I've been doing, it's not exciting, but it feels like it's just been super busy. I mean, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. There's always something to do, clean something, fix something, or and the next thing you know, it's been almost a month and you have barely accomplished half of what you were supposed to get done. So I feel like that's just life. Okay, before I put on the shimmer, I'm not someone who typically does all matte looks, but I could do this as an all matte look. Like, it's very pretty, but I am gonna use, by the way, I put that in my high crease, built that up a little bit in the crease, deepened up the outer corner just a little bit with this guy, and now I'm gonna put Gemini on my lid. I'm really impressed with how those blended. I was kind of a little bit nervous that they would be, because they're so pigmented, that they would be a little hard to work with, but I don't think that's the case at all. And the metallic is a little chunky, probably would have been good to use a brush with it. Most of the time I just use my fingers to apply metallics, but I can tell that this formula is pretty thick. But then again, I think when I go over it with like a brush, it'll blend out pretty well. Another thing I wanted to kind of throw out there is that for a long time I've been meaning to film videos. I had like a running list of video ideas, and I just like got busy with other things and would put filming and stuff on the back burner, and next thing I know I'm like barely uploading. So I've made a commitment to myself to not do that anymore. Like, I really enjoy filming and editing and uploading and talking to y'all. So I'm really gonna try to make an effort for the rest of this year to upload very consistently. I think it will just make me feel like a whole person again, if that makes sense. All right, I think for now the eyeshadow can be done. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to face products. I have a bunch of new face products to show you. I'm gonna use this as a primer today. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Haven't used this a ton. I think I've used it maybe twice. I tried it yesterday under a powder foundation, and it was a glowy, the Bare Minerals Original Foundation, which has a little bit of like shimmer in it. And I didn't, like, I liked initially how it looked really pretty, but by the end of the night, which I did have it on for a really long time, and I managed to like clean the house in it, so I got kind of hot. But by the end of the night, I looked like a straight up just glowing orb. So I don't know if it's gonna be my go-to under powder foundation. I do want to try it under a more like matte powder foundation just to see, but so far I like it. I almost think that it would be a product that I reach for when I just want to wear like super light, like this concealer and then a little bit of powder just to kind of like set everything in place, not even like a powder foundation. Just because I think that it's really pretty and glowy, but I don't know if I love, it's kind of thick feeling in some ways. Has anybody else tried this product? Do you think it's kind of thick feeling to the point where I'm nervous to like try foundation over it today? Like, I have a new foundation from Walmart that I picked up back in August. I showed it in my haul, and I have not tried this under another foundation, so I'm curious to see if it's gonna make it feel like thick, or if it will just feel like a normal primer. But I have historically been wearing, or recently I've been wearing a lot of like just hydrating primers, and so they just feel like moisturizers when they, especially like once they sink into the skin, you don't feel them at all. So I think it might just be the fact that I'm not used to this kind of product at the moment. So today I'm going to try my Flawless in Real Life Skin Perfecting Foundation from Sharon C, the Oma Beauty brand that's at Walmart. And I've used this once, and I remember, or no, once or twice, and I remember being super impressed by it. I think the only thing that's kind of off is that the foundation isn't like a perfect match for me, but all in all it's not bad. It's a little on the light side, but then again, so am I at the moment. So it wouldn't be something that I could wear with like a tan on, like a fake tan on. But I really like the look of it on my skin when I worn it previously. So we'll see how it looks today over this little bit thicker primer. Also, be sure to let me know in the comment section, how are y'all doing? Is your fall going well? It has, like, the weather here in Albuquerque has like taken a quick turn. Like, it was like highs in like the mid 70s all last week, really pretty weather and a little bit hot in the sunshine. And then last night we had like a thunderstorm, and all of a sudden today is like the high is like 52. So it's like officially cold and like very fall weather, which is really kind of shocking how quickly it can turn. The low last night, I don't even know what it was, but it was cold. I just used some more of this Tarte little corrector, and then again, I don't know if I mentioned it, this is the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. And this I know got really popular on, I guess, TikTok. I'm not really on TikTok, especially beauty TikTok. If I'm ever on TikTok, I'm like on the comedy stuff. But I've heard so many people say that this was a pretty good concealer, even on like YouTube, that I decided to pick it up and try it. And I'm still getting to know it, although I don't meet many concealers that I really dislike. So I imagine I will like it pretty well, although I like a pretty high coverage concealer, and I don't know if it's like really doing that right now. Like, I can still see my bags, which I didn't sleep that great last night, so maybe that's just the way it's gonna be. And then for powder, I'm actually gonna use this Laura Mercier little sample guide that I have. I barely use this little sample. I've had it for years, so I figured it's not new, but you know, to me, I'm not that familiar with it, so it counts as a newer product since I haven't used it a ton. So another thing that I know I mentioned in a recent video is that I ended one of my project pans, my eyeshadow project pan, and I talked about upcoming videos that I'm gonna like be uploading where I give like quick little 3 looks and like, or at least 3 looks and like a little mini review on eyeshadows in my collection that I'm not that familiar with. Sorry, I'm tapping like crazy to get this out of this annoying little packaging. And honestly, y'all, I am working so hard to get all the looks done, but I'm really excited for those videos. And I feel like they probably won't get a ton of like views on like, you know, I know a lot of people aren't really interested in seeing looks these days probably, but I'm just excited for the motivation of like using these products. Like, this is going to be one of the ones that I eventually feature, and I don't know, I'm just really excited for it. I feel like it's just like igniting a little spark in me creatively, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I totally messed up. I was supposed to put on this cream bronzer before I set my face, but I didn't. How about we just test it out and see if it's a complete disaster over powder? Why not? Maybe in order to not put it down completely over just like a super dry powder, I will this little damp sponge and just like run it over the areas where I'm going to put it down and see if that helps. But this is the ColourPop Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. Y'all, I really like this. It's not the first like cream bronzer I've used in the past, but a lot of the ones I've tried are in like stick form. This is the first, I guess, balm style that I've ever used, and I love this formula. I think it looks so natural. I like the warmth it gives. I don't know, I'm just a huge fan. It's not like overly pigmented. You can really build it up. I'm like seriously a huge fan of this product. It's almost so good, it's like to the point where I like it gets me excited about this kind of product, and makes me curious to try other formulas that might be similar to it. But at the same time, I'm so satisfied with this product that I'm not really in the mood to like buy more. Like, I'm just like content using this guy, even though I know some of y'all said that the Say bronzer, I guess, is similar, and I don't know, I'm like curious about it, but at the same time I'm like, this one's great. I'm not in a rush to pick anything up because I'm really enjoying this one. And so far, let me get a close look. It doesn't look like it's going over that powder funny. I think it looks fine. So my forehead, I'm not loving how my forehead looks. Maybe that's a lot more product with the e.l.f. like primer and the foundation in my, like, I feel like it's gonna settle into my wrinkles pretty bad, which is unfortunate. But it also could be that because it kind of stormed last night, and Galis normally sleeps in her crib just fine, but the storm was pretty bad last night and she got pretty nervous, and so she slept in the bed with us, which meant that I am like nervous about her sleeping in the bed with me. So then I slept kind of like on my face a lot last night. So it could just be that, like, you know, my skin is like all not smooth and supple because I had it face first into a pillow. I'm going ahead and setting that bronzing balm with an old MAC palette that I have. It's one of those baked gelée formulas, so it's not super pigmented. It's just something to put over the top to make me feel like it's not gonna go anywhere, if that makes sense. and another cream formula to put over powder, because apparently I'm not very good at remembering to use cream formulas. I am going to try this out. This is the Flower Spotlight Liquid Highlighter in the shade Opal. I've used this like once or twice. Again, not historically very good at remembering to use liquid and cream products unless they're in a project pan, and then I end up figuring out a way to like work them into my routine. So hopefully this doesn't lift up any foundation, but right now it looks like it's fine. I kind of wish I would have put that on my sponge, because for some reason it's kind of sticking in that spot versus like blending out a little bit better, but I think that's my user error. The fact that I'm putting it over a powder probably means that it wouldn't blend as easily as if I just set it down on top of other like cream products that, you know, weren't already set with powder. Yeah, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but not my favorite look. Again, user error with that one. I think it will be fine for the day, but I really probably messed that up a little bit. Going into my blush. Now guys, I just picked these up in the 21 Days of Beauty sale. I picked this shade up, and then I picked like another peachy pink kind of shade up. The Glow Play blushes. This is so natural. I am in love with this formula. I think it looks so beautiful. It builds up nicely. It looks like not too glowy, but it's not matte. I'm such a fan of these blushes, like such a fan. I mean, hello, do you see that? Isn't that really pretty? Also, I really like this brush with it. This is the Morphe M427. It's like a duo like fiber brush. Really like it for this MAC formulation. Like so impressed with it. All right, as I do my brows, let's see. I think I asked what y'all's fall plans were, and then I never said what ours were. We're right currently, as I'm filming this, it is the 16th. Yes, the 16th. And today we're going to go to the aquarium. We bought like a little aquarium zoo biopark pass for Albuquerque, so we're gonna try on a regular basis to get out of the house with Galis, and like she really likes to get out and like be in public, as long as it's like, you know, within her nap time realms, and she does so well that we're really trying to like push ourselves to get out on a regular basis, take her to see things and let her have some fun. She's only 10 months, which is just blowing my mind that she's already 10 months, but I can tell that she's going to be probably a little bit more extroverted of a baby. And we are also planning on doing like a couple Halloween things with her. Bo and I love Halloween, so we couldn't decide on like one costume this year, so we actually have 2 costumes for her and for ourselves, and I'm really super excited for them. I know that I wouldn't be able to get it up on Halloween, but please let me know in the comments if y'all are interested in like seeing like a little quick, maybe if I can figure out how to film a YouTube short, I could put them in like a short and show y'all our little Halloween costumes via that, maybe. I don't know. I'm super excited. She's gonna be so cute. She's gonna absolutely hate the costume. It will annoy her, but like she's so cute, she has to wear headwear. It's gotta happen. I'm sorry. You know, I'm gonna like pull out the excuse of I labored for so long that this is the joy I get in life, is to see her in something with like a headdress, at least until she can tell me no, which she can't audibly do that yet. So for now, I'm going to torture her a little bit. If you feel comfortable, let me know if you're doing anything for Halloween, costume-wise. By the way, I probably shouldn't talk through this part because I'm not great at this anyways. This is the Nude Liner in 2 from KKW. I'm going to use this Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump from Tarte. And how about I come back looking presentable? So I know I just said that I was going to come back with like full face done, but I just realized that I kind of want to put some color underneath my eyeshadow here, but I also kind of want to play with a little bit of something. I almost want to go with like maybe this color down here. Is that too different? Or maybe this color, maybe just a little bit of green underneath. Why don't we try it? It might totally ruin this look, but I really want to try it. Yeah, I went with the more green shade. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I cannot wait to play with these greens. I'm definitely gonna do that tomorrow, when I can do like a more blown out look and not worry about people looking at me in the aquarium like I'm crazy. And with that, we are done. And I went ahead and I'll show you the shade. This is the shade that I ended up running underneath my eyeshadow a little bit. I really like it. I'm really excited to play more with the greens. I'm able to be a little bit more lively now because she's waking up. Dada is in there getting her. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed a little catch up, seeing me play with some new makeup. I'm really enjoying myself. Definitely gonna make myself more of a priority, make it a goal to do my makeup more often because it just makes me feel better at the end of the day. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're ready to see my face a bit more often, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.